Hello, my best friend. It's me, Guglielmo Marconi. Now, you might not know my name, but I have a secret. My ideas are all around you, hiding in plain sight.
Yep, that's right. My dreams are everywhere you look. In your home, in the car, even that phone you might be holding. I helped connect our whole world in ways that, well, it once seemed like pure magic.
So, how did it all happen? Well, it didn't start with some big bang or a huge explosion. Nope. It all started with just a tiny little spark of an idea in my secret workshop. Want to see? Let's turn back the pages of my journal together and find out how it all began.
All right, here we are, my secret attic workshop. You see, when I was a boy, let's just say, I wasn't the best student in school. My head was just always buzzing with questions about the world. I was just so curious about all the invisible things around us, especially electricity.
So, instead of a regular classroom, I basically made our family library my school. And my best teachers? They were books. And my wonderful tutors, who taught me everything about my absolute favorite subject, electricity. I spent all my time just dreaming up ideas, reading everything I could, and tinkering with wires and gadgets.
Now, not everyone understood what I was doing. My father? Well, he thought I was just playing with toys and wasting a whole lot of money. He called my experiments idle, directionless dallying. But my mother, she was different. She always believed in me. She told me to follow my dreams no matter what. And that curiosity she encouraged, it led me right here, to the attic of my family home, Villa Grifone. I built all this equipment myself. Can you believe it? Piece by piece. I was trying to catch these invisible things called Hertzian waves. Other scientists knew they existed, but pretty much everyone thought, you can't really do anything with them. I thought differently. And then, late one night, it happened. I pressed a little button on one side of the attic, and a bell rang all the way on the other side. And the best part, there were no wires connecting them. It was like magic. I was so excited I ran to get my mother to show her. You know, it was just a tiny little step, but it proved to me that my biggest, wildest dream, sending messages right through the air, was totally possible.
So, you see, invention isn't just one single magic moment. It's really more like a recipe. My secret recipe. First, you have to be super curious and ask big questions. Then, you read and learn and fill your mind with amazing ideas. But this next part is maybe the most important. You have to try and try and try again. Don't ever be afraid to fail, because that's how you learn. And all the while, you imagine something that seems totally impossible, and then you go and build it.
Okay, next up, from my garden to the world. After I made that little bell ring across the room, I knew I couldn't just stay in the attic. I had to think bigger, way bigger. It was time to take my ideas outside and into the real world.
So first, I sent a signal just over a hill in my family's garden. It went about 1.5 miles. My helper was so far away that he had to wave a big white handkerchief to let me know it worked. After that, I just kept going, pushing the distance further and further. First, 9 miles across a big channel of water in England. Then, all the way from England to France until, finally, my little invisible whispers could fly all the way across the giant Atlantic Ocean.
Now, here's where things get really important. Connecting and saving lives. Because sending messages back and forth was fun, but I quickly realized that my invention could do something so much more important. It could actually save people's lives.
Think about it. Before this, if a ship got into trouble out at sea, they were completely on their own. But then, in 1899, a ship called the East Goodwin Sands got hit in a really thick fog. They were in big trouble, but they had my invention. They used it to call for help. And for the very first time, a rescue ship heard their invisible call and came to save them. Every single person was saved. That's the moment I knew. This wasn't just an experiment anymore. This was something that could really help people.
2,100 miles. Can you even imagine that? That's how far my very first message flew across the Atlantic Ocean. And you know what the message was? It was just one single letter, the letter S. In Morse code, that's just ... But that one tiny little letter, it changed the world forever. It proved that we could finally connect the entire globe.
So, now it's your turn to dream. My whole story, it really just started in an attic with a curious boy who wasn't afraid to try something that everyone else said was impossible. And really, my whole life has been about taking that curiosity and turning it into invisible waves that connect all of us.
You see, my big dream was always to sort of shrink the world.
Not for real, of course, but to bring people closer together. And to make sure that no one, especially if they were in trouble, ever had to feel like they were all alone again.
And now, my best friend, my journal is closing, because the next chapter is yours to write. The world is out there just waiting for your curiosity, your hard work, and your amazing dreams. So, what wonderful ideas will you share with the world? What magic will you make?